Now, up and down the coast, the largest election team on local television with coverage of your vote live.
Right now on your news channel live at 4:30, it is election night in America. Voters across the country deciding the balance of power in the House and Senate. Here at home, voters making their voices heard, deciding on everything from who represents them in Congress to their newest city council members. We have full live team coverage up and down the coast. Thanks for being with us here as we continue on your news channel live at 4:30. I'm Scott Hennessy. We have live team coverage of all the local races that impact you. If you haven't already voted, polls close in about 3.5 hours at 8 p.m. But before we get to the election, the first significant storm of the season is hitting us, bringing rain across the central and south coasts throughout the day. Krista Kirkchin keeping a close eye on the rainy forecast. She is in the First Alert Weather Center with the live storm tracker.
That's right, Scott. I do have that live storm tracker up. A lot of activity here, especially over Gaviota, Santa Ynez, parts of Santa Barbara, Ojai, Cuyama, that one area that's excluded right now, getting a break from that rain. They were hit pretty hard earlier. Santa Maria, Vandenberg, Los Alamos, and Lompoc. Here's a closer look at some of those neighborhoods being hit pretty hard right now. Buellton, Los Olivos, Santa Ynez getting that really nice rainfall right now. Anywhere shaded in yellow is actually getting more rain than just that light rain that we are expecting. Red indicates even heavier rain. So if you are anywhere on these roads, make sure to take it really nice and slow. Here's a look at Montecito. Here as well, if you are on those roads near Montecito, Summerlin, make sure to take it really nice and slow. Oxnard also seeing some rain out there right now, and that chance for rain actually lingers into tomorrow morning. However, today's the main day where we've actually had pretty good amount of rain. I'll let you know just how much in my full forecast. For now, back over to you, Scott.
Now to your vote, and we will begin with the 24th District Congressional race, where a pediatric doctor is taking on an incumbent with a long political career. News Channel reporter John Palmentary joins us live. John, this is being closely watched here and across the country.
And we are here at a precinct on the Santa Barbara Mesa this afternoon. We've gone to several of them. This one's at McKinley School. And the congressional race for the 24th seat is held by Salud Carbajal. You might recall he's had it for a long time. He first announced his intentions to run to replace Lois Capps back in 2015. And he's, like other races, held up against all challengers. For this election, Carbajal, a Democrat and a former county supervisor dating back to the early 2000s, is hoping to get another 2-year term from voters with the re-election. And in his previous campaign, he indeed held off all other challengers. Dr. Brad Allen is the Republican challenger who said he has years of experience in small business and problem solving without being, in his words, a career politician. Both appeared on a News Channel debate recently and explained what they thought the country needed at this time that they could both provide.
You know, career politicians in general have only worked in government, so their answer to everything seems to be throw more money at it or more regulations. You know, in my 40 years as a pediatric heart surgeon, I found that that rarely worked in the real world.
I know there's a lot of challenges that our country and the Central Coast is facing right now. Inflation, increased costs for gas, groceries, childcare, housing. I know because my family is experiencing those as well. And I've been working to address those issues.
The candidates talked about a variety of issues ranging from nuclear power to gun safety, student debt relief, and some of the real challenges the country is facing these days. And both of them have been aggressive in this district, trying to get the voters to come out who are undecided, and also those who are committed voters to make sure that they do follow through on their election and voting requirement, which is to cast their ballot. And we have seen a lot of people streaming in and out here at this particular precinct here on the Santa Barbara Mesa, and checking with some other places. I've heard it's even busier than some of the precinct workers had expected today, even with the rain. And that's the update from the precincts as well. Reporting live in the Santa Barbara Mesa covering the 24th District race, I'm News Channel reporter John Palmentary.
Yeah, lots of places to drop off those ballots. Hopefully people are getting out the vote today, John. We have until 8 o'clock. Thank you very much as our team coverage continues. Current Santa Barbara County Supervisor Greg Hart and former County Supervisor Mike Stoker facing off in the 37th Assembly District seat in the November general election. Today, see who's going to go to Sacramento here. News Channel reporter Patricia Martellotti is live in Goleta for us with the latest.
Right now, I'm at the Timbers restaurant. This is where Greg Hart's campaign party will be later tonight. As for Mike Stoker, his will be in Santa Barbara. Take a look at this video. This is profile footage that I took while I was doing their stories earlier this season. Stoker wants to address homelessness by making mental health a priority. Hart said he's proud to continue a growing community. If elected, both candidates say they'll fight for the community.
Supporting law enforcement, supporting parental rights, supporting the taxpayers, supporting small business owners, and supporting smart water and energy policy.
Can create good paying jobs. I look forward to working for all the residents of the Central Coast as your voice in Sacramento and the California State Assembly.
Stoker says he plans to be at the Anchor Rose later tonight, and we'll be checking in with Greg Hart shortly after 8 o'clock. For now, live in Goleta, I'm News Channel reporter Patricia Martellotti. Let's send it back to you in the studio.
Okay, Patricia, thank you very much. Let's now bring in Jerry Roberts, political analyst here over Zoom, to talk about these midterm elections. And Jerry, I was just looking at some of the messaging from Mike Stoker on his website. It mirrors much of what you see on a national level from Republicans who are talking about crime, and they're talking about the economy. And these are issues that voters certainly are concerned about. It's just a matter of if it's going to land here and how you see it landing across the country as Republicans are trying to take control of the House of Representatives, and they're hopeful to maybe get the Senate.
Well, Scott, you know, Tip O'Neill famously said all politics is local, which is no longer operative. All politics is now national, largely perhaps because of the Trump era. But you're absolutely right that Mike is trying to echo some of those same themes. Carbajal is, however, has always been someone whose brand has been bipartisanship. He's never been a real flag-waving lefty Democrat. And so I think he's had the good sense to talk a lot about a lot of those kitchen table issues, inflation and gas prices and so on, as he's campaigned here. And he's also had the advantage of being able to play Santa Claus and bring a lot of federal money in the form of the large spending bills that the Democrats passed. So I think to a large extent he's been able to brunt that. And as we spoke about earlier, of course, there's just a large Democratic registration edge over Republicans in that district that's also benefiting.
Jerry, as we look at Republicans trying to take back the House, and you see all the different polls that come out, voters are asked questions, and the analysts try to extrapolate as to what might happen. What's your read on that? There's a whole political game that's played as everyone's trying to guess the way that things may go when the polls close and the votes counted.
Yeah, it's been very interesting because, and excuse me, I think I misspoke. I meant to say Greg Hart previously in talking about Stoker. I apologize for that, Scott. It has been, and there's an interesting conspiracy theory among Democratic consultants nationally that Republicans and Republican-leaning polling organizations have been trying to flood the zone with these kind of tilted polls that show that there's a red wave coming. More recently, the Democrats have been pushing back by talking about votes that have already been cast, early votes, in which the Democrats nationally have a large advantage of about 4.5 million votes. So it's astonishing, the extent to which spin goes. But it's even now about polling and so on. So I think we'll just wait for all the votes to be cast and just decide then.
You know, that sounds like a prudent way of approaching it here, Jerry. And when we get the results that come in tonight, that's not going to be the end of it. With the way voting has changed, with so much vote by mail, it may be some amount of time until we can declare winners. But we'll get you the results just as soon as they come in, and we'll continue to check in with you throughout the night. Jerry, thank you very much. As we continue our election coverage now with the Lompoc mayoral race, a rematch between Janelle Osborne and Jim Mosby. News Channel reporter Karen Cruz-Orduña is in Lompoc with what both candidates are saying ahead of tonight's race.
Both Janelle Osborne and Jim Mosby last faced off for Lompoc mayor back in 2018. The candidates tell me public safety is their priority. Mosby was a city councilman for 6 years. Osborne, who has been mayor for 6 years, is seeking re-election. Mosby says his time as a city councilman and his background as a local businessman makes him qualified. Osborne says she is qualified because she understands Lompoc's value and potential. Lompoc leaders and the community are dealing with issues like homelessness, crime, and concerns over the cannabis industry in town. Both candidates explain how they would combat those topics.
That's a priority out there. The urban campers, and everything that's going on with the, quote, homelessness stuff is a priority. It's something I've been advocating and working on for many years now and helping people to success.
It saddens me that Governor has put a hold on some of the funding that was supposed to come through to help us address that. But that being said, we'll continue to work on improving that situation for those experiencing it and for those that it's impacting.
The two candidates say they will do their best to help all business owners. They believe supporting local businesses is essential. Whoever wins this race will be Lompoc's mayor for the next 2 years. In Lompoc, I'm News Channel reporter Karen Cruz Orduña.
And your news channel has you covered throughout this election day and this campaign season. We have put together a comprehensive voter guide on our mobile app and website. We hope that you've had a chance to look at it if you voted already. If you haven't and you're still undecided, some good information for you there, including interviews with candidates in the major local races, profiles, and questionnaires. We also have you covered at the state and national level with breakdowns of the House and Senate races and the California propositions on the ballot. We've linked to important voter resources in Santa Barbara and San Luis Obispo counties. You'll find it at KEYT.com/voter guide.